Well, hello, Elonads. I'm doing commentary after the video this time, since Bandicam wasn't recording the audio from my microphone the first time around. I blame the new Windows update for that. Anyway, there are quite a few things I want to say in this video, which is why I wanted to keep it rather than redoing it. So, first of all, as you can see, things look a little bit different because I decided to try a texture and a music package that I found on the Elona wiki by a user called, what was it, Tusky? I think it was Tusky. But I probably won't keep a fair few of the character graphics from it, because, well, there are quite a few discrepancies, as you may already see. But, except for that Aegis there. That is a good Aegis. I'm definitely going to keep that one. But if there's something you want me to keep through all of the graphics that we see, out of all the graphics that we see, well, just let me know. I'll be keeping both the original graphics and these graphics on my hard drive for a while, so I'll be able to swap them out whenever I want. I'm also not such a fan of the music, but, well, it's not really balanced as well as the MIDI is. I believe the music is taken from some other games. Let me know if you can make that out. But you can hardly hear it, so I don't really think you'll be able to. Who knows? But anyway, the goal today is to amass 1 million gold pieces. One that we make progress on, but we don't quite achieve by the end, unfortunately. Oh, is that a video glitch there? I wonder if that's going to... I wonder if that's actually going to stay in the... well, after it's been rendered. So, the reason why we want 1 million gold pieces is because... well, I'll tell you the whole story. Shortly after I spent a fair bit of money on those spell books after ending the previous video, I realised and found a couple of deeds of palace, which are the most expensive houses that you can buy in the game. And I really wanted a deed of palace that we could put on Lost Erva. And Lost Erva is where I found a couple of vendors selling the deeds, although I doubt they're still selling them now, after all the time has passed. But I really want that deed, and... what? I just got a message from Windows saying that my storage space is low. Well, that's not uncommon. I don't see why it had to say it now, though. Windows. Anyway, expect a lot of sped up segments and cuts this video. You never know what... well, actually, you know exactly what we're in for. That's why it's going to be sped up and cut. Because we're pretty much going to be spending most of the episode in Ariel doing party time and hunting quests and the like. Oh, that's right. I found a cursed spellbook of harvest earlier. Although I accidentally identified that. I only just remembered after I identified the flying scroll. I was quite disappointed at, well, just seeing that that scroll that we hadn't identified yet was just a flying scroll. After the video, I decided to go back up to North Tyrus to put Eliloth in our shop again, so she would be able to get a few more gold pieces for us for the equipment. And I'm pretty sure a lot of the equipment that we got is, well, it'd be worth a ton more if we put it in our shop. But hey, there's a shabby lily wildflower. Who decides if it's shabby? I don't know. I wonder if any of the gods of the Elona pantheon like flowers. Also, at this point I was talking about how the project's new graphic wasn't really indicative of the fact that the project is supposed to be a reference to Hoi Hoi San, and that graphic does not look anything like Hoi Hoi. So I don't think I'll be keeping that image. Oh, mercenary vomits. It doesn't actually drop any vomit that we can sell, which is a shame. It's a real shame that vomit isn't dropped every time something vomits. We would be able to make a lot more money that way. Okay. The trainer's sleeping. Yeah, we decide to... No, I don't decide to use the whistle. I want to start it off with a ensemble. Afterwards I use the whistle. Because if we do it that way, we can pretty much cover the entire field. As long as we don't forget to unequip Wrong Joy. Get thrown a very shiny looking appy nut for that. Oh well, something else is making it look shiny, I think. Yeah, raw rubinous ore. I always loved the fact that the ore is so shiny that it lights up the entire screen when you get close to it. It's very nice. It makes a good light source. Do I hear a cat? I do, apparently, but I can't see one. Unless that's a machine. Well, something went to hell. Aha! Here I realise, well, I remember that we have a 4-leaf clover in our inventory, which I got when we... Well, yeah, before the video I was mining out tiles in a forest dungeon to try and get some more gold acorns. I only found 2 gold acorns, which is a shame. Well, actually, no, I didn't. I found, like, 4 of them. But I could only find vendors with enough money to sell 2 of them. Aha! And here, Another reason why I don't so much want to keep all the graphics from this. Look at Solid. He turned into a zygote from God Eater. And I never thought that zygotes looked like snails with wings, but apparently they look extremely similar. And, well, now I'm going to think about that whenever I'm fighting a zygote. Shame they don't last very long. I wonder if they evolved from winged snails by devouring any. I wonder where they would find a winged snail to devour. Interesting, interesting. But anyway, I decided to take all these to see if we can sell them. And a stunning revelation is then brought up. For some reason, they will only take the ones from the shade, not anything else. And the ones from the shade are extremely heavy. They are heavier than all of the others, which is really interesting coming from a non-corporeal creature. This is going to be another... I didn't actually look at the time that this video goes on for, but it looks like it's going to be another 50-minute video. I gotta get out of that habit. My poor voice is not going to last. Oh well. We amassed quite a few seeds, which is nice. After the video, I decided to put them up in our crop in North Tyrus. Deciding to rest before engaging with the partying and eating a flower. And here, what am I doing here? Oh yes, finding the whistle. Well, you probably also noticed the Hanabi in our inventory, and if Elona Shooter told me anything, taught me anything, rather, it's that Hanabi means fireworks. So when we get that palace, we're going to celebrate with fireworks. And right then, we spent a bronze coin to have the chef's special meal, which improves the growth of all our stats. Pretty nice. That's really going to help. Especially since our potentials are not doing so well at the moment.
We're really feeling it. The lack of increases in stats.
I didn't notice it then, but like, is that a basket of potatoes on the floor? It might have been something else, because I know this these textures they aren't always indicative of what exactly an object is, I've noticed. Even though quite a few... It does make some things a lot more cuter, which is interesting. And it personifies other things, like the hermit crab, which I just didn't expect. And here I realise that Vessel, or Bethel, if you want to go about not having any transliteration errors, is throwing rocks at us. I didn't realise that he was as harsh a critic of music as Loiter was. Yeah, Loiter. I was trying to remember his name for a second there. Almost said Lumius. Plenty of drops this time. People are always having a good time here. I'm definitely going to speed this video up. It's just going on far too long for my liking. I really did think that we would acquire money a lot faster than we did, because I thought I was acquiring money very fast before I started the video, so I thought it would just go faster, but apparently not. It was all in my head. Oh, I was going to say something else. Oh yes, we were getting plenty of music tickets, so I was really hoping at some point that we would be able to, well, trade them in with that boy that doesn't like, that does like music tickets. And there's actually another thing that I forgot to do with this video, which is give a unicorn horn to Kyle of Melkorn, because that's been sitting in our inventory for ages and I keep on forgetting to do it. One day. It's funny though, it seems like we've encountered more unicorn horns than we have socks, but I do find another socks after this video. Don't find any socks in it. So we have a couple of collection quests going on at the moment. I wonder how other adventurers go about getting these things. You know, I'm really amazed that wait, what was I amazed about? I've got to stop being so forgetful. Oh, yes, that's it. I was going to say that I am amazed that people don't sell more socks. They always sell plenty of boots, no socks though. Gah. Okay. The dog cop looks a lot bigger now, and oh, and then I see the portrait and I voice my disappointment. Still decide to pat his head though.
False fresh. It's like trying to apply a new coat of paint to mould. I'm keeping the garbages in our inventory for now because, well, just in case we run into those ecologist quests. And we do find ecologist quests, but they want other things. It's a shame. I mean, there was one near the start of the video that wanted a tact stock, and I was going to take it, but it sounded a bit far away from where we were at the moment, and it didn't seem like it was worth the reward. Another party, many more gold pieces. I'm doing the ensemble first because I want to make sure that our companions at least get some gold to increase their potentials with. Speaking of potential, we should visit a trainer at some point because our potentials, well, some of them are going down to 0. But in the video I do. Yawning. Oh, yeah, I do yawning apparently. Well, I do now. I do put some bonus points into our skills with 0 potential. Being able to get 0 potential is something that was added in one of the latest ElonaPlus updates. A bit of a shame. I don't really like the thought of having 0 potential. But that's why we have several potions of potential, which we shall bless later. We're also going to... That person just vomited twice in a row. Painful stuff. Painful. Also going to bless our several scrolls of wonder, which went nicely. And here I was disappointed about not getting vomit. It's a real shame. I can't believe I said that. That's not something that you're ever going to hear anywhere else. I hope.
I wonder what Ellen will be like. Like, in the earlier Ellen videos, it seemed like they were going to use 3D models, but it seems that they switched those out for 2D sprites again. Like, either one really works well, I suppose, because you can easily modify either, well, a 3D model or a 2D sprite. I mean, in the same way you can put, well, I mean, I'm talking about how you can put equipment on your character and actually have it show up. I mean, that kind of thing, it's well, these days it's easy enough to do in either case, whether it's 2D or 3D. Well, it seems like no matter what, things are going to be a bit more expressive in Ellen, which will be nice. It also looked, in the beginning, that it was going to be real time, but the latest videos make it look turn-based again. I guess Noah must be going through quite a few ideas and seeing what works. I do like the look of the spell casting though. The meteor looks great. And so does the little sister lumberjacks. So do. I gotta think about my entire sentence before before I go on speaking. And oh, I just realised something I can do later. Brilliant. Okay. And I decided to eat because we're hungry. Another thing I was wondering about Ellen was that I... For some reason, I have this idea that it might be a bit more focused in one location, like say Diablo. I don't know why I think that, but it just feels like there's going to mainly be one town and one important dungeon. But I don't think that's the case, because there isn't really anything to suggest that. I mean, we've only really seen one town so far, but that doesn't mean there's not going to be another. We haven't... well, we haven't seen a proper dungeon, have we? Like, we saw some places where there could be enemies, but... all I hope is that it allows you to have as many companions as Elona does. Because hardly any RPG allows you to have this many companions. And that it has the same kind of a stat system that Elona does. I really like the stats in Elona. I mean, well, to start with, you've got your attributes, and those, they already do their own thing by, say, well, strength simply increasing your damage a bit, as well as slightly increasing your weight limit. Constitution raising your... wait, that raises... like, it doesn't raise your life, does it? Does it? Oh man, no. I can't be showing how little I remember about the actual stats now. But anyway, you have those that do their own thing, as well as improving the skills and spells that you can also level up separately. I love that you can improve each individual thing, as well as having certain things affect other things. Like, it's nice to have buffs become stronger as you level them up, as well as becoming stronger as your body gets stronger. It's very nice. I wonder... Here we start drinking our blessed potions of potential. Very nice stuff. We see how far we can push it. I think I decide to drink one more. I was just wondering if there are many other games with stat systems similar to Elona. I really, really treasure good stat systems like this. One day, maybe. Yeah, there's the one more. Now for the Scrolls of Wonder. Four-dimensional pocket, Vanquish X. I wanted a more four-dimensional pocket. Another wave, feather. Magic dart, holy veil. Which Wizard's Harvest, or it says Witch's Harvest. There's Mutation, Chaos Ball, Dominate, Ice Bolt, Identify, Concentration, Mind Bolt, Teleport, Water Bolt. Wanted more Water Bolt at least, we don't have much of Water Bolt. Oh, Summon Wild, Teleport, Other, Contingency. I wanted more Contingency, because I want to level that up a bit at some point. And Meteor, of course. Gravity, Ice Bolt, Raging Roar, Thunder Vortex. Hero, Nether Arrow. I don't remember Raging Roar. Regeneration, and something else. But, I should probably try out Raging Roar sometime, because I don't remember that. I wonder what it does. In fact, why don't I look it up right now? I'm just going to do this. Let's see. We're cooking, apparently. Gotta cook the bomb fish. Huh? Well, Raging Roar doesn't have a, that's funny. Raging Roar doesn't have a entry on the wiki. Some NPCs have the spell though, and well, it deals damage, it seems. We'll have to try it ourselves, see how well it works out. Aha, and there we find Wrongjoy's twin. It's another green kitchen knife. What are the chances of running into one of those? It's not living though, unfortunately. I do like some of the new art that this texture pack adds. That one's drawn by Ruken, I believe. That person's drawn plenty of good Elona-based things. Quite a few of them involving game mechanics, even though they aren't specifically ElonaPlus. I don't think they've drawn Elona in quite a while, which is a bit of a shame. I really like their stuff. There, I was hoping that that was a bottle of blood, but no, it was just Crim Ale, wasn't it?
That last enemy's got to be around here somewhere. He's got to eat. Ah. Okay, well then it was cursed, so we decided to eat something that we know isn't cursed. Nice and blessed. 48 more gold pieces. We're getting there. Bit by bit. I don't like that the katana's image is a sword. I mean, a katana is a sword, but a sword might not necessarily be a katana. Well, what we got from them was quite nice. It'll keep us going for a while at least, without having to buy meals. Just making sure we identify everything. Well, most things at least. Do I end up identifying everything even though we take damage from the magic reaction? I think we might. Now, we don't identify our vomit though. Okay, fair enough.
I decide that the Cerberus meat isn't really my kind of meat. And then we see the bomb rocks, cluster bomb rocks, which I decide looks like something cross between a ball of magma and a cabbage. Which, well, it sounds interesting enough. There's a cucumber horse. It's a shame it didn't drop its corpse. Oh, thanks for the money, I guess. I think any moment now I decide to go back home, because I remember that we received our salary shortly before I started recording this segment. Starts raining, huh? Well, it won't be raining inside. Oh, but apparently it is snowing, according to the clock. Oh, the weather under the clock. By the clock. By the clock. Like, Sornold the maid looks like some kind of warrior now, which is interesting. Well, I like to think that someone is keeping our home safe while we're away. I sure hope she'll come with us when we get a palace. That would be nice. I ponder that I probably should have asked the gods for something, but, well, we know Manny's watching over us at least because we've gotten plenty of metal. Aha! They actually sent us a proper, real gold bar this time, and a couple of bronze coins. They're nice. Do they have the little sister's face on them? Like, I can't believe how much the little sister has become a mascot of Elona. It's great. I love it. Take those, because we can at least get the spell stocks from them. Pay the bill. Let's see, and of course sell the rubbish stuff back to the black market vendor. I'll get that palace one day. One day. I think I already have 10,000 more gold pieces than I end the video with, so it's not going to take much longer. But oh well. There I get a bit confused because I haven't seen the Cooler Box's new graphic yet. I test if the container is full, and it is. Just making sure, so I decide to cook what we have. Fried radish. And some flour. Well, apple pie. It's nice being able to make apple pie from nothing but bread and... nothing but bread and a pot. That's some Atelier level magic you have going on there. Takes real skill. Someday. Oh yeah, then I remember that we have Stardust in our inventory. And I ponder using it. But ultimately decide not to because I believe it re-rolls equipment. You get the Stardust from, say, when you find a unique artifact that you've already found. For example, the beautiful shell. I got it from the beautiful shell when... Wait, was it called the beautiful shell? Like... I forgot what that shell was called. Oh man, come on. Like that's the only artifact name that I cared to remember originally. I can't believe I forgot it. I know it's called a beautiful shell before you identify it. Come on, you know what it is. It's the one that lets you hear signals from God. Well, catch signals. So like, wasn't Rainbow a part of its name? Rainbow shell? That doesn't quite sound right. But anyhow, you get it when you you get the Stardust when you find a unique item and identify it, and then it transforms into Stardust. Whereas before it used to transform into another piece of equipment. And I ponder that the Murder Knight looks a bit more like a Metabot now than ever before, which is really funny. And it looks really familiar to me. And I don't know why, but it looks really familiar to me. I'm sure it must be from something. That sprite. But oh well, the video is over. Thank you for watching, everyone. Next time, we'll have a lot more money. Well, hopefully I'll have found the palace deed by then. I've been searching for the palace deed quite a bit, but I only found it when I didn't have enough money to buy it. Maybe I should have tried stealing it or something. Why didn't I think of that? Oh well. Bye-bye for now.